Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And it's been a while since I've taken a look at the front over here in the east with Japan against the Soviet Union. It looks like Japan has made decent gains against the Soviet Union, which is good to see. But if we come back over to our own front, there are some things I need to take care of. I was taking a look at production here, and right now I'm not producing really any rocket artillery at all. Now, I could move some things around to try and adjust for that. But right now, we have more demand for factories than we're actually fulfilling. Now, I might scale this back a little bit. But even still, we're going to have more heavy fighters being produced than we currently have a need for. Speaking of heavy fighters. Has my one... No, they're not really up to snuff yet. I'd like to see them get up there, and then we can send them into here to help out, because we are kind of losing the air war. Well, not really losing it, but we're not doing great over there. And I'm probably going to need to start making more factories here, as we do have some still queued, but probably be nice to get some more produced here. So make one there, make one here. I guess we could make one over here. And one down here. And we'll make another one over here, I guess. And one over in Ostprussen. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue the fighting here. Alright, so we've got our drive going over here, trying to push into the city. We're also being attacked, though. Do I have spare infantry sitting around? I mean, technically I do, and I'd like to do something with that infantry. It might have been a good call to drive into here because there's really nobody here, but it looks like they're going to be moving soon. I mean, I have a lot of infantry that could attack into here, and I feel like we need to give it a try because I think they have moved troops out. As a matter of fact, I don't see a reason why we can't commit everything we have here. The biggest problem is, because of the lack of supply in some of these areas, my troops are severely down on organization, so they can't really hold out a fight for very long in a lot of cases. But we're going to go ahead and throw everything we have here as well. Hopefully we can get a push going, or we can take this fortification. I'm tempted to throw more divisions into that, but where do we draw the divisions from? I mean, I have a severe lack of manpower now. I mean, I would really love to have some manpower over here so that I can do an attack here. And I feel like we're waiting too long over here to take advantage of things. I feel like there's too many troops here now. And on the Leningrad front. Oh. Okay, so now something else happened here. British Parliament debates intervention in the Benelux. Alright, so they already did intervention in the Scandinavian countries, and they didn't really do anything with that, but alright, so this is pretty much the same thing, except now it's the Benelux countries. So, having learned from the Great War, the British will not underestimate the strategic value of the Benelux region and the potential risk of seeing enemy countries build influence there. The British Parliament has debated the possibility of a military intervention. While the political implications of such action weighed heavily on Lord Edward Halifax, several decisive arguments were delivered before it was decided that the rest of the debate could be conducted in closed chambers. Such an intervention would irrevocably to change the political landscape of Western Europe. So this is very similar to the same message we got with the Scandinavian countries. So we just did alliance with Italy. Or actually, that was bypassed when we did the Second Vienna Award. All right, so let's see what the Second Vienna Award entails. So, Second Vienna Award. Recognizing that a new order has been established in Europe, We have been asked by Hungary and Romania to arbitrate in a territorial dispute between the two countries. Transylvania was taken from Hungary and incorporated into Romania in one of the many ill-conceived changes forced upon the world at Versailles. Should northern Transylvania be returned to Hungarian control? Okay, so if we do that, Hungary gets more opinion of us, Romania gets less opinion of us, pretty much. Give Hungary all of Transylvania, so that is even more so. And then this, Hungary gets really pissed off. So we'll give them northern Transylvania. That's kind of the compromise move. And I know that, I think that Hungary gains some amount of Transylvania. I don't remember if this is the historical route or not. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to probably have to wait on that. Let's go ahead and do our own focus while we wait. Okay, so befriend Turkey was the whole point of this. So we're going to do that. And hopefully we can get Turkey added into the axis here. I am improving party support, so it is getting there. We've got 42.54% fascist. The Benelux countries, we've got 42% fascist in Belgium and 55% fascist in the Netherlands. So we're mostly just waiting for the Netherlands to actually flip fascist when an election happens, which should happen every 4 years, but we don't know where we are in that. The Swedes are 52%, so again, the same thing here. We have to wait for an election to flip, and they again have elections every 4 years, so we don't know where in the cycle we are for that. And Romania, I believe, is at 55%. So that's kind of where we stand as far as flipping more countries fascist. All right, so we managed to take the city, and right now we're dealing with counterattacks, which are actually pretty big ones. I feel like we gotta do this. We gotta put more troops in here. It is dangerous, but okay. And this is an attack by the Italians right now, which is probably ill-conceived. Yeah, we've got 3 divisions against 6, not likely to work, especially with a river crossing. We do have a motorized division, and I am going to send that up north. So you're going to join... Actually, that army is now full. Out of curiosity, is this... Yeah, so 24 selected. I definitely need more troops up there than what I've got. Well, what I can do, I can split 2 divisions, go down there. And I guess you guys are going to help me down here instead. Because I don't know. I'm torn on where to send these guys. I guess I will strategically redeploy and send them up north. We'll send them to there, and then we'll move the rest of the way. Okay, now that we're moving some divisions, I figure we go ahead with this assault. I have no idea how many troops are here. Let's see. We've got 2 divisions. All right, so we've got 6 divisions against 2. That should be pretty good. All right. Probably going to have to keep an eye down here. All right, we've got a decent defense going on in the city. I want to attack Smolensk here, but I don't know how many divisions the Soviets have in front of me. It looks like a lot, but it's hard to say. And I also need infantry to come in and help me out with that attack. Otherwise, we won't get anywhere. But I like striking while the iron is hot, as the saying goes. Well, we'll go for it. Okay, so We've got 7 divisions against 6, and they are reinforcing, and it looks like they're also going to attack me here. Oh. Okay, so we've got another thing here. Second Vienna Award. A treaty has been signed at Vienna following German arbitration that will see northern Transylvania restored to Hungarian rule. The territory had previously been awarded to Romania upon the conclusion of World War I, leading to a bitter dispute. Are these the first of many borders to be adjusted now that a new order seems to have been established? Okay, so that is good, but now we have another thing going on. So with Hungary's gain of northern Transylvania, Bulgaria has reminded us of their long-standing boundary dispute with Romania, southern province, seized by Romania in 1913. Okay, so we can let them demand that, and then they get happy, and the United Kingdom, Soviet Union, and Poland get unhappy, and then they get that, or we will not back any Bulgarian demands. Well, the Bulgarians are our allies, so we will go ahead and let them demand that. Now, this may be having some ill effects on the Romanians here. They still have majority of fascist support here, so... Ooh, and we're being attacked pretty massively here. How many divisions? We've got 11 against 12. From what I remember, there were a lot of divisions here. Let's see if we can take advantage. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work, but maybe we can cut these guys off and finish them off. I would like this battle to end sometime. We are having problems with the organization, though. Alright, this fight is not going particularly well, as the Soviets are dumping more men in here. Let's go ahead and back off, because this defense will go better if we do. Alright. We'll grab guys that have decent organization and send them back in. You can stay back. You can go back in. There we go. Okay, so now we've got this. More concessions have been forced onto Romania, with legionary Bulgaria reclaiming that state. Okay, so... they're not too happy with us right now, but... all we're waiting for is them to flip fascist, and we'll be fine. That's quite a string of events that happens because of that focus. And we are only 4 days along in the next focus. Okay. And we've got a mountain division that can go back in, and I guess both these divisions can go back in. And then you guys, and all 3 of you, except I guess you. You can stay and go back into that fight. There we go. As we keep our numbers up. Alright, this one division is looking healthier. This one division is looking a little bit healthier. We'll send it back in. Okay. Oh, okay. Definite counterattack going on here. 2 divisions. 2 divisions. Really? You ran away from 2 divisions? Alright, well that's alright. Just cavalry. Alright. We managed that attack. And pretty soon, we'll be able to maybe finish these guys off. And then take that territory away and hold the rest of what's behind this river. Okay. This fight continues. unfortunately not that successfully. Well, I mean, technically it's going successfully. Somewhat. The whole point of this is just to drive across and cut these guys off. Whether or not we'll be able to actually officially pull that off, we'll have to see. Okay. These guys are done with their defense, so going to go ahead, grab these divisions and put them over there. We're going to cut this division in half, or this group in half. And we're going to send 3 divisions over here to help hold that city. And then when everybody's in position, we'll go for the attack here. Okay. Now we're in decent position here. I'm going to go ahead and take my tanks. And my tanks. And go into there. And I had one group. They were supposed to be coming over here into the city. I'm going to reroute them. Instead, have them go there. Okay. Wow. How many divisions have they got? I've got 12, and I've got more than they do. Right now, the main thing is that they've got enemy air superiority here because I don't have any air bases and near the front. And this attack is starting to not go so well. Well, I mean, we're winning now, but we'll just have to see. And these guys have really, really low organization, so I figure we keep with it. Granted, some of my units have low organization too. Oh, we can modify the government. Let's take a look at that. So mostly it's just advisors here. So military high command. We've got Army logistics, division attrition down. Infantry expert gives it infantry division attack. Armor expert, well, we definitely want that. Army regrouping, recovery rate, bomber interception, fleet logistics. It'd be nice if we had some kind of something that dealt with support. But I'm going to go with armor, which gives me plus 15 armor division attack and armor division defense for that. Could have reduced army training time, division organization, army offensive, division attack. What I might do, now that I have these 4 divisions, we're going to strategically redeploy them. I'm actually going to bring them all the way into Leningrad here, and then we'll reroute them. And you guys are going to move down, are going to move over to Leningrad as well. No, you're not. You're going to move here. No, you're not. You're going to move that way. You're going to move like this. Then there. Then there. Okay. What I need to do is I need a new field marshal. So I'm going to take a look at my commanders and see what we've got. So what I would like, first skill. If I already have a field marshal that is decent, then I'll take them. And I'll put them in command rather than who is in command. Right at the moment, though, I am only seeing generals, 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 generals. Yeah, that's it. So currently, the guy that we have in command is Erwin Rommel, who is a 5 skill level leader. We could make them a 4 skill level field marshal, which would probably be a good idea. And that wouldn't be any worse than all the other commanders that we have a choice of anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and find Rommel, who honestly is the most skilled general I have anyway, and promote him to a field marshal. All positive traits and 1 skill point will be lost. Well, his traits are Trickster and Panzer Leader, which is not great to lose. Alternatively, what I could do is I could reassign one of the field marshals. So, field marshal here, who has offensive and defensive doctrine. Then we have our other field marshal, which is his offensive doctrine. You know what? We're going to unassign Rommel. And as far as my armies go, I've got a red, green, and purple army. Wait, I only have 20 divisions in the I thought I had 24. Oh, my bad. Okay, we'll reassign Rommel then. I thought I didn't have enough room in this army. Oh, I selected the wrong army. That's why. That's the army I want. Okay. So we can transfer a total of 8 divisions from one of these. You know, I don't know if I can really do that. I have to promote a field marshal. I just don't want to lose somebody that has a lot of good traits, so... Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'm going to promote Rommel here. So... Alternatively, I could just promote somebody that doesn't have any skills. That's a good idea, too. All right, we'll do that. So somebody that doesn't have any skills that we won't lose, or traits, or whatever they're called. So we'll go ahead and take Bach here. We'll promote him. And then we'll go ahead and assign. There we go. Now I can add these guys. Just confusing when you have so many different shades of purple, which army you're talking about. And you guys can go ahead and be added in. All right, now I'm less confused. All right, this fight is starting to... Well, that is one of the big reasons why you're not doing so well. Because you've got guys sitting around not doing anything. Get in there. Alright, so it looks like this fight's not going anywhere. Are these guys in poor supply, out of curiosity? No, they're not. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. Now that these guys are in position and they're a little bit better in organization, we're going to go ahead and attack. How far away are these? 3 days. 5 days. Alright, so that's not likely to happen anytime soon. So... let's march here. Let's see how many divisions they have in here. Alright, they only have 8 divisions. I have faith we'll be able to manage it. Okay. Over here. We managed to push in. Let's assume that there's not a whole lot here. So we may be able to drive into Smolensk here. The problem is I'm not having any infantry to fill the hole right now that I'm making. So that's what's slowing us down, because if I just push, yeah, I might be able to take Smolensk, but then I'd get cut off very easily. What I might do here is leave the defense of this city to the Poles, who already have troops here. Of course, that's leaving my faith and the AI, which I'm not sure how much faith I should have. What we'll do is we'll go here, then there. Move those guys here. Move those guys here. And we'll just do a two-prong offensive here. You know, one of the things I'm thinking here, though, is how do I have my armies set up? And I'm using almost all my tanks over here, and we know Rommel has things that deal with tanks, but is Rommel commanding these troops? Probably not. So why don't I do this, just to make things a little bit better for myself? I'm going to go ahead and make these guys part of that army. But anything up here that is part of his group is instead going to join this group. And then this is his group as well, is going to join there. And what else we got? We got troops as far as down here, which is going to join here as well. Now, the purple guys are actually Hungarian troops, and I kind of want to keep them that way. So where else do I have the Rommel-type troops? It could be that this is actually more than he can command, which is possible. I believe it is, actually. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and reassign these guys to the purple army where they belong. Okay, so the problem is Rommel has a couple troops more than he can actually command. So what I'll do is I'll take a couple of the motorized divisions over here. Just two. And then we'll add them into the green army. There we go. And then the red army has also been diminished. And I would like to have as many red troops as possible because they're good in winter conditions. So just to make things easier on myself, that's going to be added in to the red army. Okay. Oh, how I'd love to surround these guys and take advantage, but fortunately I can't at the moment. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue over here. Got this offensive going. How many divisions are here? Wow. Maybe that isn't the right move. Instead, back out. Back out. You, stop. Instead, you're going to come over here. How many divisions are here? We got 9. There's got to be a weak point somewhere. Would it be here? I mean, I want to take Smolensk either way, so I'm going to be pushing areas that I think are weak. What's happening over here? Why are we losing? Did they reinforce? No, if anything, troops were knocked out. I mean, it could be the fortifications giving me problems. They are adding troops in here, though. Okay. Managed to knock in here. Go ahead with this push. You guys can just queue to do that when you get there. How many divisions are here? 4. It's going to get better and better. And the Italians have reinforced there. Ooh, we've got our infantry, which I do want to send down here. Go ahead and send these guys in there. Okay. Looks like it's going pretty well. They are going to reinforce, it looks like, but my main objective of cutting these guys off, I think, will work. Alright, this battle has ceased, which I'm not happy about. Grind these guys down. Alright. And a lot of this is down to the fact that I really can't put my air units anywhere near where the fighting is going, so I'm always going to have no air superiority. How much did they reinforce? They reinforced quite a lot, it looks like. There's got to be another weak point, though. It could be this is now a weak point. Let's find out. They've got 10 divisions as opposed to 11 over here. Well, it would be 2 directions of attack as opposed to just one. So we would be technically better off. Alright, well, in any case, I think it's a good point to put a cut in the video. So this fight is starting to advance along. Let's throw that guy in there just so that we know we've got things going as we wish. And we may try another push on these guys over here eventually to try and cut these guys off. I mean, the more we send these troops over there, I think eventually we'll have success. What I might do is grab these guys and have them come down via strategic redeployment into here so that we can really do that push. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.